Hey guys, welcome to the channel. My name is Sam, this is Bolt from the Blue, and this is a kind of energetic update, a little tidbit of what may be to come today, and a little bit of a prep session. So we're going to do a one card pull to see what's up for you in your day. The next 24 hours, what is coming up for you soon? Peter, after the hypnotist has a heart attack. This is from Office Space. Card number 4. There's nearly 100 cards in this deck now. This is one of the first ones I wrote. This card comes out as encouragement that whatever you will be inspired to do or whatever you're thinking about doing that feels so right to you, it's not selfish. So this card comes out to say, what if the only person you had to please was yourself? And what if you chose not to feel guilty about that? I think this card is really useful for anyone who was raised to be or has fallen into the role of being somewhat of a people pleaser. And this can only be in one part of your life. It doesn't have to be in the whole of your life. Maybe this is just a role that you seem to have fallen into at work, or this is something that keeps playing out in your relationships. Where it's kind of like, what does the other person want to do, and you just accommodate. But this card comes out to remind you to live for you. If you haven't seen the movie Office Space, I have said this before, but I will die on the hill that this is a very spiritual movie, especially about workplace culture and what it does to our souls. This card reminds you to set boundaries for your free time, if that's a challenge for you. And it's interesting what happens to Peter. He visits the hypnotist, and this is not how hypnosis works, but he gets put under hypnosis, and then before the hypnotist can wake him up, he has a heart attack and dies. And so Peter just stays in this kind of blissed out state, and he starts doing things that he wants to do without worrying about consequences. Nothing nasty, just like soul stuff that makes him happy instead of what makes other people happy, or keeps feeding systems that give him nothing back. So this card comes out to remind you that the best way to fight a system that does not serve you is being honest and authentic. These systems rely on creating and multiplying cookie cutter conformists who can be easily manipulated and cajoled and who stay in the system and continue to feed it. This card is also a little bit of a reminder that if you don't hypnotize or brainwash yourself, other people will be happy to do it for you. And it won't be towards the ends that your soul would choose. It will be towards ends that suit them, and often their ego, or this system that gives you nothing back, or that takes more than it gives. So, brainwash yourself. And I think this is some of the best advice I ever received, was the recognition that We are being brainwashed all the time. The average person sees tens of thousands of ads a day. And all of these are built on the premise that you are not enough as you are, that you need something that you don't currently have, which is the opposite of what you discover on a spiritual journey, right? You are enough, you are whole. And it's actually about letting go of these things that other people have told you that you are or that you need. So it's an act of self-empowerment to brainwash yourself. I don't think I include it in these little one-card pulls, but check out my channel for longer form videos, and in the description box of each of those, you'll find links to my other channel where I create subliminal audio tracks. And I made these for me to brainwash myself into useful beliefs and belief structures, because the roots of these are subconscious. And they're hard to uproot without routinely giving the subconscious new messaging. And messaging that overpowers the very powerful messaging we're getting from around us. So it's something that you have to do very often and sort of keep on top of, because the subconscious is a sacred space. Someone also may benefit from hearing, part of this card is also, I was told by another YouTuber, another great lesson. They said the most powerful thing you can do on a spiritual journey is to withdraw your consent from old patterns and systems that no longer serve, because they rely on your consent. As soon as you withdraw them, you stop giving them your power. As soon as you withdraw that consent. So one of the most powerful mantras, is what she said, on a spiritual journey is, I do not consent. This idea has helped me a lot. Realizing what I consent to, either explicitly or implicitly, tacitly. How many commands I was acquiescing to on a daily basis from people and power structures that are not wise and that do not have my best interests at heart. And when you correct that pattern, you start living in a very different way. So one of the things Peter does is he asks this beautiful waitress out on a date, and instead of trying to be the kind of guy she might want to date, he's just himself, and he says he asks her to watch Kung Fu with him. Seriously, watch this movie if you haven't seen it. It's so funny. But she's like, oh my God, I love Kung Fu. So on their first date, they watch Kung Fu together, and they have an amazing, no need to really talk kind of relationship, because they're just on the same page. And it's very relaxing and cozy. Yeah, so this is an energy and a half, this right here. Sit with this. There's 5 or 6 different ideas here. And if you haven't watched the movie, now is a good time, energetically. Check it out. Yeah. All right, guys. Have a wonderful next 24 to 48 hours, and I will see you in the next one.